Hola, hola, hola. Es tiempo por Lima Time. Es episodio 136.
Arriba, 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 arriba. Is that racist?
Me llamo
I
Dopra
wish
Winfrey.
pistola. Mi, mi el gato tengo los pantalones. All right, all right.
Es lunes gigante.
Oh no, my thing's falling down. Yeah, I took Latin. Caecilius est in horto, canis est in via. I just summoned a demon. Oh no, look
Oh,
out.
unlucky.
I just said the dog is in the street.
This is episode 136. We have already done all the work for this episode. So have a good night.
Yeah, by breathing and being alive and showing up. Yeah.
Yep.
If y'all really should be thankful. Actually, go to our Patreon right now. If you're hearing this, you owe us money. You owe us money. We don't want to. We secretly don't want to be doing this. So we need incentive. I've got a storm behind me.
Yeah.
It's not good. Yeah. So we're you owe us money. That's all I'm saying. That is a direct threat.
Now more than ever in these uncertain times, if your personal economy has improved over the last few weeks,
we were asking for money in the worst time. That sucks. It's like
and I know that we have some straight up like hardcore folks that they have chosen in these times to throw a few bones our way, and we really appreciate that. And if more of you want to do so, then that's okay with me.
I'll send you a video of me playing the 90210 theme. I don't have any money. I don't have a job. The radio doesn't exist. I don't exist. Again, there's a hurricane behind me. Two of them. There's actually two hurricanes behind me.
Two.
I don't know, man. Baseball, whatever. Astros.
Well, before we do this,
that's right.
This episode is sponsored by Space City Weather. If you do not follow spacecityweather.com or at SpaceCityWX, then you are doing Houston weather wrong.
Idiots.
I don't know Eric, but I know Matt decently well, and they're both stand-up dudes, and they will tell you what to expect, and they're not looking for clicks, they're not looking for ratings. They will legit 100% tell you like what you need to know and what you need to prepare for. And this week especially, like that's super important. So there's no hype. It's not fear-mongering. It's not trying to scare the absolute piss out of you. So
although you should be. You should be.
Yeah, you should. I don't live in Houston, but a lot of my family does. And a lot of my friends do. And I check it every single morning, especially this time of year, just to see kind of what, what to expect, what's going on. Space City Weather, shout out. Well done. Keep it up.
Yeah, and not even like during hurricane times like that. Matt's always clutch. Matt's a good follow, but yeah, this space that's good. That's good weather information.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody, I don't like generic weather information. I need stuff. I need to know what's going on, and they hit it. It's always a bonanza with Matt Lanza. Space City X. It's the X in your city. It's space as well. You can't breathe up here, but the weather's nice down there. Space City X. All right. So I just wrote that for them. They hate it, and I've already got a cease and desist. So let's move on. They told me never to ever speak on their ad again. So all right, my bad.
So now that we're into the meat of it, the Astros. Okay, so I actually caught a little bit of flack from a little stat that I tweeted out. The Astros are against teams that are currently over 500. The Astros are 0-7. And I took some crap on Twitter, which is why I don't ever need to get on that website.
For stating a fact?
Well, okay, so the 0-7 basically means that
Oakland and San Diego.
It's Oakland, Los Angeles, and San Diego.
Oh yeah, Los Angeles.
The Rockies were above 500 before they got straight whooped in 4 straight games at Minute Maid and in Coors Field. So I guess I don't know how to check, and I'm not going to take the time to go through Baseball Reference and go game by game and see if they were over 500.
Well, that's 8 losses, right? 2 LA, 3 Oakland, 3
Yeah,
San
no,
Diego.
you're right. You're right. 0-8.
I'm the math guy. I've always been a math guy. I'm a numbers guy.
You're so good at math.
1, 2, 3, add them up.
The point was like the Rockies were over 500 when in at least like 2 or 3 of those games that we played. Like anyway, the point being, the Rockies are no longer over 500, so they don't count. So the Astros are 0-8 against teams that are, as we are talking right now, over 500. Is that there's only one other team in Major League Baseball that has not won a game against a team that is currently over 500, and that is the
Boston Red Sox.
Arlington Rangers.
Oh, okay. Almost as bad as the Boston Red Sox, but yeah.
Is that a concern to you?
Yes.
So talk about that.
It's a concern for me. Thank you. Let's move on to the next point. No, I mean, they haven't.
Very good point.
Okay, so they were competitive, and they were competitive in Oakland. And both LA games were competitive. One game in San Diego, actually both. I mean, so they've been in all the ball games except for the blowout, I guess, in Saturday. But yeah, they're not. I mean, you got to beat those teams. You got to beat those teams.
Well,
yeah, I don't care. I don't care. Yeah, I don't care who it is. If those are the only winning teams right now, and I know that there's cause for concern because it fluctuates and it's moving and the records are alive. But come on, man! Like they're all the games. That's not good. That means they're bad. That means they're not good against those teams. At least there's nothing to go. I mean, they're not winning those games, and they're blowing a lot. A lot of those leads were blown late or extra innings. Now that I'm thinking about it, so they're not clutch. They're not coming through. They're blowing leads late. They're still a decent baseball team, but that's just, it doesn't make you feel too good.
They're a decent baseball team. They are also running out of bullpen.
They're a good baseball team.
That doesn't have a ton of major league experience, and I think you can get away with that against teams like the Mariners, and so
the Angels, the Mariners, and the Rangers.
Yeah,
and the San Francisco Giants, but you're done with them, right?
Yeah, probably. Maybe.
Oh, we go there, don't we? Don't we go to fucking?
We probably go to San
Francisco treat. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what to say.
And I think one of the problems for me is that, you're relying on a lot of guys that haven't pitched above high A or double A or whatever. But it's not – I mean, Verlander apparently threw like 20 pitches yesterday and felt good.
Really? I don't know if I believe that at all.
That's what Dusty Baker said, and Dusty Baker has never.
I don't trust him. Before. He's the super liar. He hasn't told the truth yet. He hadn't told the truth yet. Okay. So he hadn't had surgery, so that's interesting. I still would put money on Justin Verlander not pitching again this year, unless it's I don't know.
So I talked about that when because I'm still in the good graces of 103.7 The Game.
Lucky you, Well, you guys showed up for the interviews. That's good.
Acadiana's sports station, and I love them, and I hope that. But I'm supposed to, because I go on at like 7:32 every Thursday morning, and I know this probably isn't the week that's going to happen. But I really hope that everyone. I would move to Southwest Louisiana like right now. I really hope everyone's okay.
That's not good over there.
We were talking about it, and one of the concerns is that they're missing a lot of pieces from the team. Verlander, Jordan, those two dudes are and Jordan's done for the year. Like it's already been.
What the shit happened with that?
Well, let's talk about him in a second. I want to talk back.
Oh yeah, I get mad all of a sudden. Okay.
Verlander, if he just goes ahead and gets Tommy John, like that's it for him. Probably as an Astro. Like maybe the Astros come in and give him, at the end of 2021, they make a contract offer. But
it's possible, but we talked about this before. If he needs surgery, he should have already been under the knife. He should have gone the second he got the MRI, the bad thing back, and learned that if he needed it. So it's not necessarily the case, but Like,
but
why wouldn't we go instantly?
I totally understand
instantly
holding off.
Why?
I understand
At that age? And
if
unless you're going to retire.
if it's not Tommy John, and if it really is just the rare instance of no, he does have a muscle strain in his forearm, then you can shut him down for the year, but at least you have him for 2021. If he just goes ahead and gets Tommy John, like that's it. And the Astros are, whether he's recovering from Tommy John surgery, the Astros are paying him what, $32 million?
Yeah, no, he
I might be
won't
wrong
get
on
to
that.
it. But see, that's my point, Lo. They should already know if he needs surgery or not, and if he did, he should have already had it. I mean, there's no excuse, on both sides. From the Astros side saying, hey, what are you doing? And Justin as well. He's older. His time's running out, whether it's pitching here or not. Like,
No, he's
you gotta
baseball
get
Tom
that
Brady.
shit done. It's almost September. I mean, but so
okay.
I don't know.
So let's say you shut Justin Verlander down and you say he's not going to have surgery. He's going to do rehab and strength exercises. You have him back for 2021 until he throws the one pitch that blows his elbow apart. But I understand from the Astros standpoint that you're trying to protect your investment, and it's a freak injury. Like, it's totally the quick ramp up related. It's a dude that's not been seriously hurt his entire life. And
that's
then
bullshit.
he goes 6 innings in his first start of the season, and his elbow locks up because Rob Manfred made everyone, do spring training in half the time. And we're seeing it all over baseball. Pitchers that need, Tommy John surgery, they've been shut down for the year. Like, this is a baseball, like Major League Baseball. And I know it's fun to hate on Rob Manfred. And
it is very fun. I love it.
I'm going to do it some more. Like, all these pitching injuries, it's because on July 3rd, they're like, we're starting games in 22 days, whether you're ready or not. And this is what has happened because of it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, if there's any position, and I would say all the players need the spring training and need to get in game shape and work their way up to it. But I mean, pitchers especially, and on top of pitchers especially, Justin Verlander especially, creature of habit, does the same thing, does this, works up, and of course he was throwing and stuff, but there's no way it was the same regiment.
Nope.
I mean, simulated games, it doesn't translate. And that's definitely the reason. I mean, freak things can happen, but like you said, he hadn't been hurt his entire career, and this happens. I mean, unless somebody was playing fucking Brandon Backey's playing with a Ouija board again, and we got fucking Junction Jack's ghouls haunting us, and that's probably the case. Brandon Backey and fucking El Caballo are doing the Ouija board together, and they've conjured up so many hell demons that it's just not going well. But yeah, and like it is. We can't blame Manfred, but we should. But the second Mike Trout goes down, or fucking Fernando Tatis fucking blows his Achilles, and we get some like superstars that aren't just pitchers go down for injuries, we can blame them, and it can be a conspiracy.
Yeah, no, but every pitcher that has gotten hurt in the last month, it's because of Rob Manfred in Major League Baseball. Yeah.
And it sucks. It has to be JV because you could have anybody, and this is no slight to Greinke, McCullers, to any of the other pitchers, but Verlander's the one guy that just, if he was in the rotation in that first slot, I just feel better. He's like a security blanket. He's like,
no, absolutely.
He's Papa. Papa, are you gonna pitch game one? Are you gonna win? Are you gonna win in the World Series? No. Okay, it's okay, Dada. It's fine. We still love
it
you.
Happens.
You dominate. You'll probably give up 1 or 2 runs at the most, and they'll both solo home runs. We know we're going to get from you 10 strikeouts, 2 solo home runs, 1 or 2 walks at most, and you're going to – and that's it. And it's every single time. You're going to win most of your games. So, well, that's encouraging. Even though I don't trust Dusty Baker at all, he's a sneaky guy. Well, I just paid attention to everything he said, and he doesn't – yeah. Jordan's another example. he doesn't give any information, and if he does, it's a lie. Or he's talking about the rivers running blood with the blood of the young coyote. All these cliches he says. The dog doesn't eat ribs in the summertime. The cat scratch fever isn't bad if you play twice on Sunday. It's just all these cliches and shit. And his stupid sweat dance. Fuck Dusty Baker. Honestly, I'm sick of it.
I don't like that take at all. After in 4.5 years, that's the one I'm like, I don't know about that. He gives way more information than AJ Hinch. AJ Hinch should be like, no, yeah, we're hopeful he's good for tomorrow, and then you find out
AJ Hinch.
He's shut down for the year.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's fucking. Oh yeah, it's discomfort. Okay, yeah, but we had him figured out. We're like, okay, this is one of his tricks. Oh, he could be just doing the 10-day trick, resting. We don't know if it's a Korea vacation to Ibiza, or if it's an airplane back injury. But like we had it figured out. This Dusty Baker, all we know is Abraham Toro is going to play. That's all we know.
Every night, every single night.
That's all we know, and we don't know where Kyle Tucker is going to hit. Those are the two things we just do not know.
Jordan's injury pisses me off on a different level. Like Verlander, it's just a freak. At 37, all of a sudden, after one start, you might need Tommy John. Like, that's just one of those freaking things that baseball absolutely created. We've known Jordan's knees are bad for over a year. And I understand that they did an MRI on his knee back in like February and it came back fine. But at this point for Jordan, you're looking at 4 to 6 months of recovery. If he'd had that surgery in February and on the long end, it's 6 months, then he's coming back like now. Instead, you just hope that he's good by spring training 2021. And I understand this season's weird, but it's also, if they're playing, then you want it to matter.
But how do you feel about that though?
How did it take 5.5 months to realize like, oh no, his knees are like real bad. Let's see if we can't get him some surgical help.
It's negligence. It's absolute negligence on his part as well. And I know he's a player and he's sitting here. I'm going to do my best to help the club and this and that. But I mean, fucking shows up and loafs around. And I mean, what didn't we know here? I mean,
right.
He didn't do anything that he didn't re-injure anything. It was just, I don't think I can play on tonight.
Yeah,
it hurts.
You go.
Ouch! It hurt. It does hurt. Yeah, we should have taken care of this. It's like, fuck, dude.
If your knee was bothering you so much that you go first to third on a ball to the outfield and you tear the tendon in your patella, like that knee was already jacked up, and there is I know a few people, in the organization, and I don't press them for information. They don't tell me anything. It's a great situation that we have worked out. But like if anyone with half a brain knew, like Jordan's gonna need some, and I guess the one plus is there's a reason. Like he tore a tendon in his knee. It's not like he's 23 and has a degenerative condition just like cut his leg off. Like he can still be Jordan with a bionic leg.
With a peg leg, and we add a parrot on the shoulder.
He can be the Oscar.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking peg. Why am I thinking a wooden peg? You're thinking a sweet ass fucking bionic leg, and I'm like, peg leg, it'd be this pirate. Like why would I immediately go that? Like, he'll get a parrot. He's got a wooden peg leg. Of course, you should get the one like that
baseball bat taped to
the badass one with like the sled feet that that track guy that murdered the lady had the blade feet. So
Oscar Pistorius.
Oscar Pistorius.
I don't know why I remember his name. I can't remember to get milk from the store, but I remember Oscar Pistorius.
Yeah, I should have remembered that as well. Well, no, what I was gonna say with the thing with knees, and especially if there were no tears to begin with, like you can, like on an MCL sprain, or an ACL, a bad sprain, I mean, you're back quick. Or even if you just tear your ACL, you can be back in 4 to 6 weeks. So there's just so many. If you get the MRI and you're good and it's just strained and there's no tears, I mean, that doesn't mean it's. I mean, it's structurally sound. It could be ready to give any second. But I mean, that's tough. I mean, all you can. I mean, I don't know. Or it was torn. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't think it was torn yet. I don't know. Maybe COVID made it weeker.
That's extreme. We talked about this. That's extremely possible.
But see, I was before it was 100% COVID for sure. I was like, this is his fucking knee. This is a knee problem. I'm scared of it. It's his knee. It's not. It's just not good. It's his knee. This is bad. This is very, very bad. And that turns out that's what it is. And that doesn't make me feel very good.
Yeah.
But yeah, just the way it happened. I'd like maybe some more clarification and just some information on exactly what happened, how this transpired, and because I mean, freak stuff can happen. He could have been back fine, and he did just injure it, and it just doesn't look good. But I don't know, man. Just doesn't.
You said the word negligent, and that's that's the word that's been in my head. Like, how do you not? When everything shuts down, and I understand there were questions like, and because Major League Baseball was like, no, we're going to be back by Memorial Day, no, July 4th, and then all of a sudden,
they should have just shut him down right then and been like, all right, this season's fucked. No matter what happens, let's go ahead and get this done. I don't know, man. That's the thing. That's why. And when I say negligence, it's not just the team. I'm putting Jordan front and center with that. I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess I can go. I don't know. I mean, I'm a big guy. My knees have hurt since I was 17. I guess that just he might just like deal with it. I mean, you have bad knees. You just kind of like it's just one of those things. So I don't know. Of course, he wants to play, but I just don't see doing this. Showing up, getting ready to play, finally getting activated, coming in. Hitting opposite field home runs. Not that his knees have anything to do with it. But they do have something to do with that.
Yeah.
Not really. Not at the Crawford boxes, but yeah. And then just like, oh nope, shut him down. That's it. Let's go. Yeah, I don't know. I want answers. I want answers, and I want them now.
Come on, Goldstein, come back on. Answer these questions.
He's been very quiet. He's been very quiet.
That's who he is. I respect it.
Yeah. Put your head down. They don't have time for this.
Okay, so I'll send him a message later. I'll try to get him back on.
Yeah, I talked to him. Yeah, kind of after the scandal broke, and he's what a good dude.
He's a wonderful human being.
I don't know if we're out of the. I don't know if we're out of the cloud to where nobody wants to talk on a podcast for a while. We should be out of that.
I'm gonna tease that there is a decent to good chance that we'll have a very special guest.
Oh yeah,
on Sunday night, and I'm not gonna say who it is, but it's someone you're gonna want to listen to, and it's someone you're gonna want to hear, and it's super cool, given the climate of the fan base's temperament towards this person that he's willing to come on. So I'm hopeful. I gotta check here in a few days, but it'll happen in the next couple of weeks, like for sure. So
what a great show! I'll have to
special guest coming.
Be serious. I'll have to be serious for that.
It'll be Kate Upton, and we'll just ask her about Justin Verlander's forearm.
Ask her about her fucking attributes, whoever the fuck you said that one time, you pervert.
That's the word.
Sexual pervert. Was it attributes?
It's attributes. The worst moment in 4.5 years for me.
Hilarious. Okay, we don't have to do that.
I love how it just randomly comes up. Like, I'm like, oh god. It's
yeah,
like
it was so out of character. Like you want to talk about the devil like swooping in and possessing you for just one brief moment. It's just like, I'm gonna go ahead and say this. I don't know why. I'm gonna go ahead and let it fly.
And I can't even remember the circumstance. Like, why were we talking? Who were we talking to? And why were we?
It was Lance McCullers. We were talking to Lance. You're talking about his teammate's wife with Lance on the show. Which made it even better. It's like, what? We don't want to talk about. It was a question. I wish it was so fucking funny. He didn't hear it. He didn't hear anything. I'm talking about his school shooter jacket and his fucking wearing a duster, playing video games. Lance, come back on the show. We love you. Okay, so
so what have you thought about Lance's? What have you thought about Lance's performance so far this year?
Exactly, kind of what I expected. Kind of getting back in the groove. Looks really good in spots. Still just trying to, just still kind of figuring it out. Positive. He's been good. He had a couple of rough innings, but he's been solid. He's got to get back in game shape. You know what I mean? It's been a minute.
I know you're not supposed to do the thing where you say, like, with the exception of the fourth inning in this one game, his ERA it would actually be.
But that inflates. That does.
But now I'm super curious. Like, what were the big innings that he gave up? That and I know the other night he had one snuck under Carlos Correa or just out of his reach or whatever, and it led to sort of the Padres stacking on.
Right.
But I think there's some validity in saying, like, look, with the exception of like 2 or 3 pitches, like, it's gone pretty well.
He got called tight a couple of games where just kind of was missing his spots just a little bit, a little bit off, and that's to be expected. He's looked good, and he's looked dominant in spots too. So it's good. It's good. That's all right. It's good. Yeah, and, it'll take a minute.
And honestly, if we get 3 good starts out of Brandon Bielak for every one, like, absolute just turd, then you're gonna take that. Like, it just feels like the losses are the worst thing in the world. While and I think that's how spoiled we've been since 2017. We're so spoiled that we just, how many games in the regular season, even in the playoffs, have you gone in thinking that this isn't going to go well? Where that's all we knew for like 8 to 10 years. The bad parts seem, and maybe it's the shortened season, but the bad games seem like it's just the end of the world. And when you get 7 2/3 out of Framber, and you're like, oh yeah, that should happen. That should not happen with Framber Valdez. Like, that should be.
He's been pretty good this year. He's been pretty good this year.
He's been great. And so,
why can't that be the norm, though? Why can't that be the norm?
Well, with fringe pitchers like that, and our boy Brandon Backey was known for, he'll against the Cardinals.
Drinking and fighting in a tavern with the straw huts outside.
Yes, 100%.
Wearing Hurley shirts.
Shell necklace.
Yeah. Was it a 311 again? Oh, 311. I can't wait to hear what another song by 311, the 311 cover band, 411. He plays in it.
That's Galveston, so it's got to be what, 409?
Yeah, got my board shorts, got my Hurley shirt, got my Oakleys. It's time to get stoked, buddy. You got your shirt, you got your boogie board. Brandon Backey in a beat. Shout out to Brandon Backey. Doing outside sales. We love him. Framber could. There's nothing that says he can't develop into the person he is when he's pitched at his best. He's got nasty stuff. There's that quote of Mike Trout talking about how filthy his stuff is. Wasn't that Framber?
Yeah,
Framber. Mike Trout was like, that he has like filthy stuff. Could have been lying, but it's Mike Trout. He doesn't know how.
He doesn't know how to lie. No.
Or he's from New Jersey. But he's just too dumb. He's too dumb to lie.
He's too dumb, and like saved a bus full of nuns that were about to go off a cliff by running around the world backwards to change the order of the universe.
He still can't get his fucking worst publicist in the world. Still can't get in a fucking news cycle. MLB
Seriously.
Can't do anything. Can't even. Just the fucking. I don't care how bad your personality is. Kawhi Leonard's a superstar. That guy can't even laugh like a normal human being. He's like a fucking weirdest guy on earth. Can't laugh. Can't fucking. He can talk trash. There's this great article about him like some guy was just talking about how he talks trash and he's really annoying. That he repeats one thing the entire game. Like he was calling himself the board man.
The board man, yes.
Board man gets paid. Another one for the board man. And the guy's like, shut up, like, I just in my head, another one for the, and he like, when he goes up, he just goes layup and he just makes a layup. Just the fucking, but that's psychopath stuff. He's a psychopath.
I've been trying to make that laugh my text notification for years. So if someone could help me out with making Kawhi Leonard's very awkward laugh, like the sound.
Yeah, it's just like text, he's an alien. An alien just got here trying to fit in. I'm a basketball playing alien. He's one of the Monstars from Space Jam, trying to fit in. Just a regular guy. I don't even remember how he did it. It was can't even. It's just like okay, Kawhi.
I have a soft spot and I'm super awkward and I have that's a different thing though. It's different, but I have a soft spot in my heart and in the back of my head for people who are like super awkward to where like when they do something where they put themselves out there just a little bit, like I freaking love it, and that's Kawhi Leonard for me. Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, he's a fantastic player too. But Mike Trout can't even do that. He just sucks. I don't know.
McDonald's, he probably does. He doesn't suck.
He can't get on a McDonald's campaign. Like how bad is that?
Yeah, he's probably doing commercials with Goofy out in Anaheim, some fucking car dealership. You can go fishing at Trout Chevy in Pontiac. Get yourself a Pontiac Firebird. It's me, Mike Trout. He
would. Of all the car dealerships that Mike Trout could buy, it would definitely be a Pontiac dealership.
Got his fucking no hat on, a red sleeveless shirt, because they obviously don't have the rights to the Angels, the MLB logo. They don't want to pay it, and he's just in fucking generic fucking outfit. Can't even. Just a terrible commercial. He's like, "Hi, I'm Mike Trout. You might want to buy a car from here. I'm Mike Trout, baseball player. It'll be a home run."
And then he hits it 600 feet.
Yeah, and then he does something badass. He does hit it 600 feet, but fuck the Angels, fuck Mike Trout. It's not his fault. Do we have anything positive to say? Okay, so positives. Kyle fucking Tucker.
Honestly, I need to look and see, and I can't. I've got some of the world's knowledge just over here to my left, and I'm not going to do it. There's no way Kyle Tucker has a full season's worth of at-bats or plate appearances at this point in his Major League Baseball career, right?
No way.
And so, he's on a freaking tear, and raised his OPS 250 points in one single road trip. It's time. Kyle Tucker is not Brett Wallace, and I know that we have at one point it was prospect attachment syndrome, and now
Did you think he was?
Huh?
Did you think that he could be another Brett Wallace? Or are you just making a point?
I'm just making a point.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Brett Wallace is still younger than George Springer was when Springer made his debut.
Jesus.
That's just counting days. That's just the basest of the most basic.
The basest.
Yeah.
Brandon Becky and his band.
The basest of facts. that it's just you can't. And this is why I don't even try to evaluate prospects. The most evaluating I'll do is be like, oh, this pitcher is really cool because this is how many people he struck out, and he's 2 years younger than everyone he's facing. This is cool. But I'm not gonna blast a prospect for being terrible.
Forrest Whitley, what the fuck's your problem?
I do have a lot of concerns about Forrest Whitley.
I don't have a lot, but I'm there. I'm kind of there with you.
We can get to that in a second, but you're judging. You're trying to compare bowling to cricket. Kyle Tucker's so young, and I know we've heard about him for literally because and part of the problem was that he was picked 3 picks after Bregman, And then Bregman goes on to be a superstar. Well, he was like 5 years younger than Alex Bregman. And it's not like Bregman set the world on fire in 2016. Like, holy God, just like baseball is a game for people with patience and nuance. And that is not what Twitter is about.
No, yeah. Twitter can, they don't, yeah, I don't even, I don't want to
ban
get,
Twitter. Like, please.
oh, I just, yeah, I mean, I don't have smoke for Twitter. It's just a fucking, just a hopeless place. Hopeless place. But yeah,
The fifth circle of hell.
Yeah, just being online during a game, just fucking people from at bat to at bat, from play to play. That's not. We've talked about this before, and I mean, I have a litany of complaints I have against Astros Twitter, but that's one of them. It's just not understanding how it works, and I know that's the immediate, good or bad. You know, it's just response from every single play. It's just stupid. But yeah, I don't know why that made people impatient and not understand that, like, it's a process. The organization has been beyond adamant that not only was Kyle Tucker untouchable in trades,
yep,
but that they consider him a 4 to 5 tool player and a future star player for this team. They've never wavered from that. And yeah, so Kyle came up and had a rough go of it, like fucking every other, with George Springer, Alex Bregman, Craig Biggio. I mean, we had the list of the people of starts for good players with this organization. I mean, but people were just like, oh, he's just not it. Yordan Alvarez is the outlier. He is the anomaly.
Yes.
And he may never do that again. I don't necessarily believe that, just because he probably will. I think he will as well. That's if his knee heals and we ever get to see him again. He's in fucking knee purgatory with purgatory with Verlander.
I have real bad Carlos Hernandez feelings about Yordan Alvarez. And like you're not gonna I'll tell my daughter, like, you would not believe, like, they had this pitcher named Carlos Hernandez who came in and lit the world on fire, and we never heard from him again. And then like 17 years later, we had Yordan Alvarez who was hitting 450-foot bombs, and then we never heard
the rookie of the year.
Unanimous rookie of the year. Like, I just, that's, and I think because we're Astros fans, and the one good thing that has ever happened to us as fans has been sullied by straight up pedophile Mike Fires.
But I mean, that's what.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, that's just where I think, like, real G's, just because we've been a fan of this franchise and this team for so long, like, it just, Altuve just a week ago, we're like, Altuve's just forgotten how to hit and he'll never hit again.
Nobody didn't know. That's not true.
I'm not so sure. But Correa has a back like bubble wrap. Like, that's just how it goes. And now Bregman's hurt, and Verlander has a very random catastrophic injury at 37 years old. Like, it's just, we let our shared experiences negatively impact our experience watching a team.
100%. I mean, and rightfully so. You're getting that shit'll traumatize you.
That said, I'm glad the Indians are suffering, and I hope they never win the World Series.
Did you see that fucking the start for what's his last name? The kid, the fucking what's his last name? Dude, hold on.
For Cleveland?
Huh?
For Cleveland?
Yeah.
Bieber?
No, he was rookie. He just made his debut. He went 6 1/3, struck out 10, gave up 2 hits, and just dominant.
Good for him.
Yeah, it was a good start.
I hope the franchise doesn't succeed, but their fans are pretty legit.
No, they're terrible. They couldn't win with a really good group they had. It's already going the other way. I feel bad for them. but that's what happens when you have the curse of the Native Americans on you. I mean, you can't tell me you can't desecrate their ground. You can't fucking they're obviously cursed. They're on the Cuyahoga River. They're cursed. If they're not cursed, then I don't know who is. Truth be told, they're on a pet cemetery. They're cursed. They're obviously cursed. Got that fucking racist ass logo. Of course, they're like, yeah. Every single tribe has every shaman has put a curse on them. Yeah, we hate Chief Wahoo, Cleveland. Chief Wahoo.
That's the only explanation. Like I 100% believe that. If they had changed in 2016, before 2016, if they changed their name to the Cleveland Spiders or the Cleveland Naps or whatever, any other incarnation of their franchise name, they would have beaten the Cubs, and the Cubs would still be looking for that first World Series since 1908.
Yeah, that just proves it. But that team, and just what the Astros did to them 2 years, fucking. Those were good teams. You can't win with those guys.
That's it. That was your window. Your window was your window open to the ALCS. That's as far as your window opened.
I love that we get to shit on them for a second because it's been a very, very negative episode here, and it's nice to get back to the original tone of this show. What was I got a couple things before we get the hell out of here. Michael Brantley, is he hurt? Is he not? Aledmus Diaz, did he get kidnapped by those shadow things from the movie Ghost and taken to hell?
The president from Scandal came and snatched his soul.
Yeah, just see Dusty Baker again. You can't trust him.
I encourage everyone to follow me in my path of moderately paying attention to the Astros and instead watching Gossip Girl.
Well, you should still watch the Astros. Okay, a couple things. Zach Greinke. Everybody calm the fuck down.
Legend. Absolutely.
Right?
Just a wonderful human being.
Yeah, he is. But it's just, look, can we not act like just him, being him is him being awesome? Like when he sat down and just stuff like that. Can we just chill on stuff like that?
There's a line I think that we all need to respect. And
Everybody.
I'm worried about how this is going to come out. There's a line between acknowledging social anxiety or some form of depression and celebrating it as a character trait.
Not even it's not social anxiety though.
There's anxiety.
He's possibly on the spectrum, correct?
Possibly.
I'm saying possibly because I'm not saying
we're not going to diagnose
anything. I've been watching a lot of Love on the Spectrum on Netflix, and there's some which is fucking phenomenal show. It's fantastic, just fantastic. But just the way he operates, I wouldn't be surprised if he's. And again, this is not a slight to him at all. If he's a little Asperger's-y or just a little on the spectrum, just the way he speaks, matter of fact, and the way he does stuff like sitting down on the ground, just going to that's what I attribute it to, not him being a legend. Now, him calling out his pitches and throwing emphasis, that's him being a legend.
Freaking 54 mile an hour ephus, yeah.
So that's him being a legend. But the other shit, though, he's great. We love him, but
he's great. But that's more. Sometimes I wonder because I deal with a lot of, and mainly they're in their they're 16, 17-year-olds nature of my job. That it's one thing to appreciate, that someone is trying to get by in society with a personality. I'm not going to say disorder. I don't think Zach Greinke has a personality disorder. Like his brain works differently. It's okay to appreciate that. And when he says something funny, like it's totally cool to laugh at it. It's another thing to take a response to something that Zach and celebrate it like, oh, what a and I'm guilty of this. Like, when Zach Greinke like tried to pull Eric Hosmer into the film room because he said he had an idea to fix his swing, and then he showed
it was Alex Gordon, idiot. Get your fucking facts right.
You're right. My bad. And then showed like a video of himself hitting a home run. Like that's freaking funny.
Yeah, do more of that. Like that's hilarious. That's really funny.
That's funny, but we don't need we don't need to make someone's approach to life like who they are. Like we don't know what kind of husband or dad Zach Greinke is. Like there's just such a buttonholing that bothers me a little bit. Like it's okay to say like, nah, he's different, and and in some cases he's really funny. But to just say,
he's not a clown. Like he's not a clown. Like he's not a clown.
That's what I'm.
He is absolutely not. I mean, does he have some jokes and some moments of levity? 100%. But he's not like. I would err to him not being funny in almost every instance. But just the memes for him sitting with the cutouts and stuff, like, yeah, is that a funny image? But like that's not funny. He's not being hilarious.
He's not Joey Bag of Donuts.
He's not back on his bullshit. He's not on his Brandon Backy. Fucking.
He's not Joe Biagini, for sure.
Fuck you, bitch, you stupid ass Biagini.
God, you're gonna be funny. Throw strikes. God dang.
Seriously. Yeah. I mean, you can't contribute on this team. And Biagini, I don't know what to tell you, but get the hell out of town is what I do want to tell you. Fucking beat it. Okay, let's. I'm trying to think.
I think we're good.
Yuli Gurriel, thumbs up. One of the most consistent players in the entire league, and I think we need to. Not that he doesn't get credit, and not that he's not appreciated here, but he is fucking. You want to talk about somebody who's been reliable pretty much throughout. And that's in playoffs. It's hitting big home runs in the World Series. That's, I mean, just barreling up baseballs. Yuli Gurriel has been as advertised.
Just quietly hits 300. Like that's just who he is. Yeah,
and it's been crucial, especially with this team that we don't know. Kyle Tucker is leading in RBIs. Okay, so I mean, this is. I'm just like this is what we're dealing with right now. So. I feel like it'll all get on track, and maybe not. It's that season's somehow half over. Does it matter? No. Are there two storms behind me? Yeah. Hopefully it wipes me out. Hopefully it just takes me straight on out here. I'll seriously just take me to sea. I'll handle it. Just kill me now. It'll be great. The season's half over, so this is fun
trade
time,
deadline is in a week. You think the Astros make any moves, and then
really you need to bring a starting pitcher. You need a starting pitcher. You absolutely need a starting pitcher.
I'd go bullpen help before I went rotation help.
I mean, if it was one or the other, 100%. But I mean, let's go get our good buddy from the Cincinnati Reds that everybody will just bitch about. Just bitch and moan, even though he's a great pitcher and we love him.
I would.
I love him. I'm 100%. I'm all about him. I think he's great. I think he's fantastic. I think he's good for the league. I like him.
The fact that we haven't even said his name and I'm already mad.
Why? But why though? Just because of the cheating stuff? Just the fucking. Yeah, he was trolling. He's a troll. It's hilarious.
He's using pine tar. Like he is 100% using.
Every pitcher in the league does. It's not I would throw that up there with the fucking sign stick. I mean, that's the same thing to me. Garrett Cole uses it. Everybody uses it. It's as common as it goes.
Astros Twitter's the number of collective tweets from Astros Twitter if the Astros trade for this particular individual.
We can't say his name because he's fucking like Beetlejuice or fucking Slender Man or Candyman. Bloody Mary. If you say his name 3 times, he shows up and fucking flies a drone in your area. And you got talks about fucking some sort of comes in with a Bunsen burner and a fucking graduated cylinder and starts doing science fucking experiments. Like, get the fuck out of here. But he's a good pitcher. Would help this team. Woodlands resident.
We don't acknowledge the Woodlands.
Oh, we don't acknowledge good pitch. Okay, so we want him or we want fucking. Okay. It's Belak. Oh, great. Okay.
I'll take Belak over the other B.
Really.
Yeah.
Really.
Because what it would cost to get this particular pitcher is
they get Josh Reddick. They get.
Oh God, I might do that.
The Brandon Backey's dune buggy.
And Backey wouldn't sign off on that.
And I don't know, fucking you can have, you have Brooks Straley. Even though he's been, aside from yesterday, he's been pretty good.
Everyone's been okay. The injuries, are different, but everyone's been okay.
Yeah, you can have Paredes. And the
you got to keep cannolis.
And I don't know. You fucking take fucking Abraham Toro.
Ooh.
I don't know. I have no problem with him. He's a switch hitting player that can contribute, a utility type guy. But yeah, Dusty Baker's like, this is the guy I like. I don't know.
I spent a really cool 36 hours in Montreal, so I've got like 12 years ago. So I've got a really soft spot in my heart for Abraham Toro. That's all I've got.
No, yeah, and he's the fucking the Verlander no hitter. He's got the lore behind him. And he's hit a couple of fucking bombs. So I mean,
he's getting there. I wonder. I
don't think anybody else is hitting, so I don't know why I'm so upset about it. It's not like fucking anybody else is doing anything.
I want to look and see the number of plate appearances for both Toro and Kyle Tucker and see where other prospects were at that exact stage in their career. And I might do that tomorrow morning at like 4:30.
I've got my computer here. I've been trying to. It's been working all day, and it's been frozen. I was trying to get on Baseball Reference, but yeah, that'll be good for your.
We'll save that. We'll table this discussion. All right.
You guys are still above 500. They're good. Whatever.
Firmly in second place, which is the worst case scenario. It's still in second. Within a good week turns that around.
Yeah.
And everyone's hurt.
We get to play the Rangers all next month. So and the Angels are coming up. Yeah, everything's fine. Even though this is you listen to this and you're like, what the fuck's y'all's problem? Yeah, I mean, we've got hurricanes coming. It's pandemics. There's elections. Just nothing's good, guys. That's just how it is. Yeah.
Burn it all down.
Don't play with Ouija boards. Goodbye. Goodbye forever. Goodbye forever, my people.